Hi everyone, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN and you. That's a good one. I'll give you credit for that one.
It's like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah. It's a good Disney movie. We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X. Today, we're going to do a reaction video on some of the times that Meghan tried to dip her toe into the world of influencer, lifestyle, brand spectacular.
Glass and steel, sort of modern Midtown New York. Do you think you could also get the chef to show us the secret wine cellar?
Yes. Has to be done.
Do you know the story behind this thing?
Yeah, it was a speakeasy when it first opened.
We're Americans, but yet we had never heard of the TIG until she was engaged or even married Harry. I don't think I heard about the TIG until way after she was married.
Oh, yeah. And I liked her back then. I was following all her stuff.
I just remember reading somewhere that she had to remove her Instagram page, but that was it. I don't remember the TIG at all. But blogs were popular like 10, 15 years ago. And people were buying the Kabbalah candles. They were wearing the red strings. So I can see 10 years ago her thinking this was a really good idea. She wasn't a big enough star to hit the whole Goop, even Kourtney Kardashian poosh fame that they have done. It's just impossible for a person like Meghan Markle, who's a nobody. Now the problem is nobody trusts her. So that is why American Riviera Orchard is going to fail. But in her mind, what is interesting about these clips is in her mind, she always wanted to start a breezy California brand, you know? And I remember I even had a pair of monogrammed pajamas, you know, like those pajamas that everyone was wearing 10 years ago. I was doing that. Everybody was doing that. But this is an oversaturated market that nobody cares about anymore. This is done. It's over with. So
I never thought her brand was going to sell either way. You're right. I agree with you on the oversaturation. And also Cozy California. We've heard it and we got it from so many other people. I just don't think she would have made anything from the TIG. I just personally wouldn't, just because I am such a consumer of that stuff. I still am. Yeah. I'm very much into lifestyle blogs, brands. I like that kind of stuff. What's on trend?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I got into Drunk Elephant. People were asking me about Drunk Elephant. It's because, you know, I was reading an influencer's blog about it.
I just believe that she just would have never made a big deal out of it. I don't think she puts as much work into something that it takes for something to break through. She doesn't have the work ethic.
That's for sure.
So I just didn't see it breaking.
Yeah. You know, guys, I always put a warning on these videos that they're super cringe. They really are super cringe.
So I am obsessed with food.
Oh, wow. That's got really nice flavor.
Yeah?
It is like Thanksgiving.
I thought about becoming a vegan, but I could never do it because of this duck.
Sorry.
I can't.
I immediately felt connected to this community kitchen. Like these women, I'm passionate about food and cooking as a way of strengthening communities.
Now, the thing about the community kitchen and even how she presented that, Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, one of the best shows ever. Rest in power, sir. He was great, but just the way it's produced, and I really do in my gut believe that's how her cooking show is going to be produced.
Oh, yeah.
Because since then, CNN has given a cooking show to Jose Andres, which was really good. And they also gave a cooking show about Mexico that I really liked that Eva Longoria did. Whoever did it was trying to make it look like Anthony Bourdain. Also, Stanley Tucci did one that was uber pretentious, but I still watched it. But oh my God, it was pretentious. He was finding Italy. Yeah. And it was great. That's the kind of show she's going to go for. And that is what is not going to work on a streaming platform. Because like, let's say I'm like home at 7 o'clock at night on a Sunday, which is normal for me. And that's why I watch those cooking shows on CNN. You're going to be like going through cable looking for it. You're not going to take time to sit your bum down and like watch her cooking show of her being pretentious going, I just love how the basil slowly dusts. I mean, that is how it's going to be. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and also I'm not seeing. Listen, Anthony having a beer with Obama in one of his episodes, that I loved, and I know a lot of people. You know, that's a very weird thing to say, but it's just it felt real to me. Meghan having a dry martini with Hillary Clinton, that is going to be the fakest thing if that ever happens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It will be pretentious AF, and I will not be even into that.
No.
I won't even talk about it. How about that?
I guarantee the show's going to be like her friends like Abigail Spencer,
Drinking some
Serena,
wine.
and they're just going to be sitting around going, isn't friendship great? And again, that's great. But the problem is the concept of the wine mom was like so 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was this thing called Rosé Moms. And they were everywhere on Instagram. They were calling their friends their tribe. They all drank rosé all day, and they all were into multi-level marketing schemes. I'm not kidding, guys. This was like so 10 years ago. She is trying to bring back a grift that already happened.
Yeah, she needs the money. She's not married to a prince.
Wow, that's beautiful. This is a kitchen, yes?
Yes. It's crunchy, but sweet and soft.
So many things went wrong in that trip to Morocco, but her tasting food was like at the very tippy top for me. Harry should have been the one to grab the food first. Also, Meghan, if you're with your husband in a Middle Eastern country, you wait for him to eat the food and you eat it with him. You don't take a big bite and then he takes a big bite. Now, Harry already knew this, obviously, but he didn't know how to stop Meghan from taking that big bite of food. Also, it is very rude to split food in front of a chef. You want to make it look like you're enjoying yourself, and it's very good. You don't take one little bite out of it, take it out of your mouth, and then hand it to your spouse. That is so strange in other customs. I don't know, like, where she got that.
American, probably, maybe.
Stephanie, but you and I are American, and we wouldn't do that.
Not in public.
So only the Queen of England could have given her etiquette lessons.
If only she gave out some of her ladies in waiting as resources. Well, think about all the. Wait a second, that actually happened.
Is my passion. Voila. It feeds the soul.
Food is my passion. It feeds the soul. We could play all these clips for days, but there's no point because we know what we're going to expect from this thing, especially with her taking the picture for Instagram. This is something I can't stand, and I never did this. It really bothered me, but when people pull out their phones and they take pictures of their food, I don't know
did that
why.
all the time.
Yeah, I leave my phone usually in my purse. I just can't put it on the table. It bothers me. That's why I am like the queen of not taking pictures. Stephanie always says, "Why didn't you take a picture?" I'm like, I just don't take my phone out. So that's just me. But
I used to have a
vegan
vegan Instagram page, so I had to do it.
Yes, no, that's true.
So, and I like food. I'm a foodie.
Yeah,
big time foodie. Yeah. And I'll tell you this: I will not be watching that show.
No. Well, we'll
as
be
a big time foodie.
We'll be watching it for everybody,
Oh,
and
great.
yeah, no, we'll be watching it for your pleasure.
Good, I can't wait.
Okay, I saved the best for last. Meghan reinvents toast. She says she uses her grandmother's apple butter recipe. Why didn't she use the apple butter recipe in her press boxes for American Riviera
And which
Orchard?
grandma? Does she specify that? No, of course not.
Fancy version of toast. Yes, but it doesn't have to feel overwhelming. Like fancy, I think sometimes people feel like that's really daunting, but it's not. It's just trying to find a way to add an extra twist to make something that's ordinary a little bit more extraordinary.
We're going to get so much of that stuff
Daunting.
too.
It's daunting to make toast. She's just trying to like show off this fake personality that doesn't exist. Like she's trying to keep the mask on right there. Like, let's watch this. Let's turn lemons into lemonade.
Pretty simple. We would start with like a great country bread or seeded bread. We can toast that if you want to pop that in there. It is inspired by my grandma's apple butter recipe, which I have just tweaked a little bit and modernized.
So tell me about the TIG. It's a very different kind of lifestyle blog.
Thank you. I started about 1.5 years ago.
Who says thank you after a question?
No. Brooks Ayers from Real Housewives of Orange County, who faked cancer. Andy Cohen was asking him questions about him faking cancer. And before every single answer, he would go, "Thank you for asking." It's like what liars say. And that's the part of lying. Like, thank you. Because they have to think of what they're going to lie about. So they need that thank you as a buffer.
Thank you. I started about 1.5 years ago, and I wanted to have just a hub for a really inspired lifestyle, from fashion, travel, beauty, great TikToks that I do with celebrities.
See, that's where you're going to get the Anthony Bourdain conversations with celebrities. She's going to try to do TikToks.
That's why she rented that house out. That's her studio. She's going to invite celebrities over there and have fake conversations, and WME is going to pay them. And that's it. That's the transaction. That's how people make money.
Celebrities and influencers. All right, so it looks like our toast is ready. Can you grab that for me? We can start putting this together.
No, Megan, it doesn't look like the toast is ready.
Looks like you didn't even turn it on.
I like to start with the apple butter, but we could do it.
See, right there, that bothers me. I like to start with the apple butter, but we can do it this way. I'm not wanting to watch a cooking show where you're doing it the opposite of the way you would be doing it. That makes me nervous. Why are you all changing the recipe already? Why are you changing that on me?
I'm also going to guess that she did not make the jam or the apple butter at this point.
Either way, I just took some ricotta, blended a little bit of lemon juice, a little lemon zest, and some crunchy Marcona almonds.
So what are your feelings about pajama dressing?
I love it. It sort of speaks to that California relaxed feeling that I've grown up with, just taken up to a really chic level. So the idea of doing like a silk pajama blouse, even with your monogram on the side, right? With like great jeans, or that with a blazer. The whole look, I think, if you can pull it off and no one's going to say that you actually look like you should still be in bed, go for it.
Cheers!
Toasted by toast.
Really good.
So there you go. She would have made it if she was any good at it back then. She would have made it already, because she had Corey Vitello as her boyfriend. Who do you think gave her the idea to make that stupid toast?
He was a chef.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. That would have been her way. But obviously, she was either difficult to work with, not very talented, not very likable, all of the above.
She didn't like to work long hours, I think.
Exactly.
What else I find interesting about this new lifestyle brand she wants to start, she's going back to what she did. This woman catapulted into becoming a member of the royal family. This woman could be doing such good things in life, but she chooses now to go back to being an Instagram influencer. I mean, it's like going from this to like this.
More like this.
You're right. Absolutely. Down to my foot. But did you understand what I'm saying? She had the world at her feet. And now, because her husband can't financially support her, she has to go back to this lifestyle.
Either that, or you have that many people watch you get married. You get, quite an ego when you're a person like Meghan, and you really truly believe that you can sign your own ticket if you leave. I mean, I'm sure she had that in her head. I mean, she was on the cover of every magazine in America. Yeah. As far as America went, she was very popular. And
Tyler Perry wanted her to stay at his house. George Clooney brought her over. Elton John loved her. It's like, now those people, where are they? Yeah. Where'd they go? Are they going to be on this cooking show?
Oh, we'll see Tyler.
You think?
Oh, we'll see Tyler.
Well, you just heard it here first.
You heard it right here. And I'll tell you why you'll see people like Tyler and Kelly Rowlands and people like that. They all have Netflix deals right now. Let's think of who's on Netflix.
Michelle Obama.
Yes. I don't think Michelle's going to do it. I don't think Michelle's going to take that plunge.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the other people.
Yeah. I mean, everybody who has a Netflix deal right now, you will see them make their way over to Meghan's kitchen.
Wow.
Guarantee it. You heard it first right here.
So it's going to be sort of like a cooking / talk show type thing.
It's going to be just a
type like Anthony Bourdain, but like in the field, like maybe going around places.
She's going to walk that vineyard and she's going to act like it's her vineyard.
Yeah.
Say, don't you just love it when the leaves turn like this?
And then like the outdoor episodes or the outdoor scenes will only be in black and white.
Yes.
Like it'll be very moody. And then there'll be this music that comes on that so people like us can't show it to them, to people, you know what I mean?
Oh, she'll use a lot of music.
She'll use a lot of music, so we'll have copyright issues.
And we're already anticipating all that. But don't worry, I already have it in my head how I'm going to maneuver around all those things. Got through the Kardashian episode. We can do this. And they're really bad with their because they're smart. They put music over every single scene. We respect the laws of YouTube. We are respectful here.
Thanks for showing us those clips, Stance, because I figured out one thing, and that is toast is daunting.
It is
It's very daunting.
It can be daunting.
Why use that word with toast?
I don't know.
Daunting?
I don't know. And if you're Sussex Squad and you're watching and you're saying, why do they care? They're just giving her more PR for this show. No, we're not. We're making fun of it so it never gets taken seriously because we're not going to forget. You're trying to gaslight us. We know what you're doing. There's nothing you can do to make us stop. Duh.
Didn't work with the podcast and won't work
Exactly.
here. Hate views don't really work.
So I started the hashtag yesterday on Twitter X, hashtag Melissa McCarthy is a bully. And the reason I believe this, I'm not bullying Melissa McCarthy. The reason I believe this is because A, she tried to gaslight us by telling us that we're threatened by strong women like Meghan Markle.
For every woman and every person that for no reason that people just like to be attacked. And this woman that has her own life, for some is incredibly threatening to some people. And I always think, how inspiring. I've never once been threatened by someone who's amazing. I just think, how inspiring. So it's really on the people throwing the hate. It's Meghan's wonderful. Like, strong women are awesome.
And she bullied the queen. And I don't appreciate that. Today's animal rescue is Badass Animal Rescue. It's a nonprofit on a mission to save and rehabilitate loving adoptable dogs from high kill shelters. They're mostly volunteer run.
And I love their slogan. It says, saving badass dogs from idiot humans.
So true.
So true.
So I'll put their link in the description below. Please go take a look at them. Pass them on to friends and family. Show them some love if you can. They've been doing some amazing work lately. Thank you to everybody, all the small shelters and transport that gets those dogs out of the high kill shelters. We will see you tomorrow for our St. George's Day tea. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We hope you join us. So if you have a picture of yourself or your animals or just your table and your tea set and you want it to be featured on the show, please tag me on X and I will download it before our show tomorrow at 10 a.m. or you can email it to me. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it will be at 6 p.m. Greenwich Means Time. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. We will have our tea set going and our fascinators, and we will be in our finest. I don't know if the dogs will let us put clothes on them. Luna will, but Lady will probably run.
And we
for
have
me.
special guest, Resting Dollface, who started this whole thing. I'm so excited.
And we also might get Sue Smith. Now, she has a couple things going on tomorrow, but we do have her on standby. She really wants to join in on the show. So we got Resting Dollface for sure. And all of you, of course, please join us. I will put the invite up as soon as I can. We have Passover tonight at sundown. So Stephanie's going to be hard at work making our Seder plate, which is usually vegetarian, vegan. I don't know. Do you use an egg or do you use?
Sometimes eggs.
Yeah.
And sometimes avocado.
Avocado.
Bones. Yeah. Are they called bones?
Yes.
What are the round things in avocado called?
It's
called
like
bones.
the seed.
The seed.
Yeah.
Okay. Avocado seeds, or you can use a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah.
All means spring and
So if you
new
do
birth.
celebrate, happy Passover, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow for St. George's Day. Also, little Louie's birthday.
Yay!
Bye, guys.